welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Chiefs coming up next.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60, and we've got a great matchup in store. The moment is upon us, and we've got what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
"60 years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway." And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. On third down, it's Pacheco. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Looking to throw. Rhodes. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the gun on third down. Rose. He's got his target. That's complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Rose, and it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Austin Eckler punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. In motion is Shenault. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be caught downfield by Shenault. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now here's Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. It's the Saints in the lead early here. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Rose. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Rose. And Thomas has it. And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Rose to the right side and complete to Thomas. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Back to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
But it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first. Operating from the gun. Rose. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break.
Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Saints continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Two minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Inside give to Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he returns this to the 22. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team.
Good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun now on third down. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 1. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. In motion is Shenault. Here's Mahomes to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This is caught. And the Chiefs are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Pacheco. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? Third and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Pacheco once more, and this time he will score. Touchdown, KC. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and 5. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on 3rd down. Rose. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Now Thomas will come in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. He stiff arms him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Laviska Shenault there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. Going quickly here to Thomas. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. On 4th down, Rose. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Throws. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Rose. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. Tenth carry now for Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Mahomes will throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's first down. Mahomes. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
One final try for Mahomes. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible.
but the accomplishment, forever.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium, going to present the Lombardi Trophy to the New Orleans Saints. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.